In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful. For the accustomed security of the Quraysh.
Commentary. The subject matter of Surah Al-Fil and Surah Al-Quraysh. All commentators concur that the subject matter of the two surahs is so closely related that in some of the copies of the Quran they had been written as a single surah without the insertion of Bismillah between them. But when Sayyidina Uthman, may Allah be pleased with him, compiled a standard copy of the Holy Quran with the consensus of all the companions of the Holy Prophet, he separated these two surahs and inserted Bismillah between them and the two surahs. Lexical analysis. Because of the familiarity of the Quraysh, Surah Quraysh, Ayah 1, the particle la is a preposition. According to the rules of Arabic grammar, it should be linked with another sentence. What is that sentence here? In answer to this question, different possibilities are highlighted by the exegetes. Keeping in view the close relation of the present surah with the previous one, some of them have held that the following sentence should be taken as understood here. Allah destroyed the people of the elephant so that the Quraysh, who were familiar with two commercial trips during winter and summer, may not have any obstacle in their trips, and by this trading activity they might develop a certain prestige for them and respect them. A second school of interpreters has taken the following sentence as understood. One should wonder on the Quraysh undertaking winter and summer journeys freely and safely. A third school of interpreters says that this is the lamb of Talil, and it is syntactically related to the sentence that follows it. They must worship the Lord of this house. The surah draws attention to the fact that the Quraysh used to make two trade journeys, one in winter to Yemen and another in summer to Syria. These trade journeys made them wealthy and affluent. This was possible because Allah annihilated their enemies, the people of the elephant, in an exemplary way and created in the hearts of the people an awe and reverence for them. People held them in high esteem, respect and honor in all the territories where they went. Superiority of Quraysh. This surah indicates that Quraysh, of all the tribes of Arabia, was most acceptable in the sight of Allah. The Prophet is reported to have said, "Verily, Allah selected Kinana from the offspring of Prophet Ismail and selected Quraysh from the progeny of Kinana. From the Quraysh, Allah selected Banu Hashim, and from Banu Hashim he selected me, Bakhawi, on the authority of Wathila ibn Askah." Another tradition reports that the Messenger of Allah said, "People will follow Quraysh in matters of good as well as in matters of evil." Muslim, on the authority of Jabir, as quoted by Majari. The reason for the selection of the tribes mentioned in the first tradition is presumably on account of their special abilities, innate capacities, and natural endowments. Even in the days of paganism and ignorance, when people practiced kufr and shirk, their morals and inborn abilities were of a very high standard. They had the perfect capacity to accept the truth. This is the reason why most of the blessed companions and friends of Allah were Qurayshites. Majari.
Their accustomed security in the caravan of winter and summer.
Verse Surah Quraysh, Ayah 2, their familiarity with the trips of winter and summer. It is a known fact that Makkah is situated in an utterly bleak and arid valley where no agricultural produce grows, nor are there any orchards where the people of Makkah could reap any kind of fruits. Therefore, the founder of the house of Allah, Sayyidina Ibrahim, called Allah, prayed to Allah at the time of founding the city. Thus, Surah Al-Baqarah, Ayah 126, "My Lord, make this a city of peace, and provide its people with fruits." And this fact is mentioned in Surah Al-Qasas, Ayah 57, thus, to which the fruits of everything are drawn. The Quraysh thus needed to make these commercial trips out of Makkah into the neighboring territories, to bring the necessities of life to their city. Sayyidina Ibn Abbas, may Allah be pleased with him, reports that the people of Makkah were in a state of abject poverty, and Hashim, the great-grandfather of the Prophet, exhorted the Quraysh to undertake the trading caravans to the neighboring territories. As Syria was a cold region, they went there in summer, and Yemen had a warm climate, so they went there in winter to carry out their commercial activities. They, after their commercial ventures that brought to them great profits and gains, would return to their city safely due to the respect that the people had for them, because they were the keepers and custodians of Allah's sanctuary. Therefore, whoever knew them would honor them. Even those who came to them and traveled with them would be safe because of them. Hashim was the leader of the Quraysh and maintained the economic principle to distribute among the rich and the poor members of the Quraysh the gains and the profits made in their business. As a result, even the poor people lived like the wealthy people. Furthermore, an additional divine favor was granted to them. Allah spared them the trouble of making these annual trips, in that the areas adjacent to Makkah, such as Yemen, Taba, and Harsh, were made fertile, fecund, and productive, where corns, food grains and other agricultural produce grew abundantly, even more than their need. As a result, they had to carry these agricultural produce to Jeddah, where they sold them. Thus most of the necessities were available in Jeddah. The people of Makkah, instead of undertaking the 2 long journeys, went to Jeddah, merely 2 stations away, to bring their necessities of life. In the current verse, Allah mentions His favor upon them.
Let them worship the Lord of this house.
Verse Surah Quraysh, Ayah 3, they must worship the Lord of this house. Having mentioned the divine favors, the Quraysh are especially enjoined to express their gratitude to the Lord of this house. Here, out of many attributes of Allah, the Lord of this house is singled out, because it was this house that became the source and fountain of all blessings for them.
Who has fed them, saving them from hunger, and made them safe, saving them from fear.
Verse Surah Quraysh, Ayah 4, who gave them food against hunger and gave them security against fear. The verse comprehensively captures all that was needed for the Quraysh to live happily and peacefully in the world. The first phrase, who gave them food against hunger, implies that they were provided all year round with every kind of fruit and food. The security referred to in the second phrase, and gave them security against fear, includes security from enemies and robbers who, out of their respect to them as guardians of Kaaba, spare them from their attacks, and it also includes security from the punishment in the hereafter for those who fulfill the necessary conditions of faith. Special note: Ibn Kathir says that whoever worships Allah according to the command given in this verse, Allah will give him safety, not only in this world, but also security from punishment in the hereafter. And whoever deviates from this command, He will deprive him of both types of safety and security, as exemplified in the following verse, Surah An-Nahl, Ayah 112. And Allah has given an example that there was a town, secure and satisfied, with its sustenance coming in plenty from every place. Then it turned ungrateful to the bounties of Allah, so Allah made it taste hunger and terror cast over it like a garment in return of what its people used to do. Surah An-Nahl, Ayah 112. A great benefit. Abul Hassan Kaswini has stated that anyone who fears his enemy or an affliction should recite Surah Al-Quraysh. It will give him security from fear and calamity. This is cited by Imam Jazri, and he says that this surah has been tried and tested successfully for this purpose. Kadithanullah Panipati, may Allah have mercy on him, cites this in his Tafsir Majari and says that his Shaykh Mirza Mazhab Janait Janan instructed him to recite this surah at the time of fear and danger, and said its recitation has been tested and tried to avert all kinds of calamities and afflictions. Kadithanullah says that he has experienced it several times,